Uh, yeah. And I don't know, I'm overwhelmed with emotion. I smile naturally, but emotions just take the most. And I'm not the kind of guy who's very expressive in terms of emotions. So I tell you what, you saw that photograph, it's not photoshopped. The printout guys were blown when I took it yesterday. I said, I want to make this. And they were like, isko to bada karna chahiye. I said, how big can you make it? So make it as big as you want. So I was 125 kilos a year back. Yeah. Those people clap for me also. Now when you're 125 kilos a year back, everything looks tough for you. You go in an airplane, seat belts don't fit. You start fighting with the tray, you start fighting the air hostess. Life is really bad, trust me. You're at the other side of that weighing machine. The weighing machine says, please turn over, we can't take you anymore. You can hit rock bottom, okay? But what really worked in my favor, like I was just thinking around it, I was really stubborn. So stubborn is a negative quality, but it can be used in a positive way also. And I was always very positive. I was positive about eating food. I was positive about gaining weight and had hit rock bottom, right? I was 125 kilos. I was working in a corporate sector. I was doing well for myself. Then one fine day decided, how much can I suck up to my boss? We all go through that phase. Come on, let's admit it. We all go through that, but we don't admit it. I admitted it. I said, okay, let's do this. Let me just leave my job. So my wife got a shock. My in-laws got a shock. Wife gets a shock. In-laws get a bigger shock. Wow, what is this guy doing? Has he lost his head completely? I just left my job and I didn't even take the month's salary, nothing. I just left it. I gave my GMAT. My English is good. My verbal is extremely good. Okay, I can kill verbal in half an hour. That's how good I am in verbal. My mathematics is worse. I'm like really bad in numbers. But now my numbers is good because I know how much I weigh, right? So my number skills is quite good. I got a score of 45 in verbal, which is very good for a GMAT score. And I was about to, go to Singapore, but that never happened. I joined radio. I did theatre, and somewhere along the line, I'm a big believer in astrology. I'm a Capricornian. So when I was a kid or when I was growing up in life, I was a very shy, a very timid boy. Okay, I was, and that's what I really feel. You should never judge anybody. Everybody has their own journey. And like we saw today, everybody's got their own journey which they talk about. But my journey has been interesting. This is like a second life. 125 kilos, 46 inches on the waist. You go to a shop. You go get a pair of jeans, you will not get a pair of jeans with 46 inches, trust me on that. I was looking out for a double XL, those kind of shops. I always used to scout the Times of India to see Phoenix markets, just got anything on people who are like double the size or anything, who's really huge. You don't have it. Unfortunately, you don't have stuff like that. So what do you do then? The next option is you try to lose weight. How do you lose weight? At 125 kilos, you can't just lose 45 kilos in a year. You need to do it in a very systematic way. So what I did is I started walking. Okay? I started walking in the night. So I come back and after all this happened, while this walking was happening, I started hosting events. And I got really popular as a host. I have a lot of people who have seen my events and they all came in for that. So I think thanks to them. I think they also deserve a clap. The people who have come in here. The gentleman there who's a big marathon runner, he's been there in most of the events I've hosted. So he knows me quite well. Mr. Janardhan, that is. Alright. So I host events across the world. I've hosted events in Australia. I've hosted events in India, that is in Bangalore and all the places around that. And I realized that, you need to be visually attractive also, because that's how the world looks at you. Believe it or not, Hrithik Roshan gets more movies than anybody else, even though he may have zero talent. Yes or no? I'm sure we all agree. Looks does matter. If I'm wearing a suit right now, I need to look smart. Otherwise, nobody's going to look at my face. Let's be clear about it. This world is extremely judgmental. This world is like that. So how do we beat them? You join them. How do you join them? By losing weight. So I was 125 kilos. I started walking in the night. What I did is, I used to walk 2 kilometers, 4 kilometers. So I have a dog. My dog's name is Sunshine. Dog was also would come around with me for a small walk. The walk become a little more longer. Then I said, let me experiment a bit. I stay at Kayapuram Pailayout. Let me walk up till Indira Nagar. I did that. That means my stamina was good. Then I started running. I would run up till Indira Nagar in 45 minutes. Okay, for a marathoner that is very good. I'm not a marathoner also. I just host events. I ran, and I ran like nobody's business. And then I realized, when you run, you don't need motivation. You just need the sound of your footsteps. When you run and the sound of footsteps, that's all you need. So nobody is my motivation. I'm not being pompous about it. Nobody is my inspiration. There's no Rocky Balboa. There's no Sylvester Stallone who's my inspiration. My inspiration is myself. I believe that my body is going to be my best friend because I'm going to die. If I'm going to die tomorrow, my body is going to die with me. Nobody else. Support structure is there, wife is there, family is there, dog is there. It's all good. But ultimately, you got to believe in yourself. You got to believe that you can do it. If I can lose 45 kilos in a year, without going to a gym, guys. Okay, I used to also go on the 1st Jan every month, pay 30,000 bucks to the gym guy and tell, okay, I want to get a body like that. I would see Shah Rukh Khan on screen and say, wow, I hope I could get my stomach in and do that entire thing which he does, because I'm hugely inspired by him. I think he's extremely charming. But notwithstanding that, I really think if I can do it, anybody out there can do it. And people talk about legacy, people talk about what will your epitaph read when you die. I want my epitaph to read that this guy tried it, he did it, and impossible is nothing. I proved it. Come on, I think in the current scenario, 45 kilos in a year, 46 inches on the waist, you don't get jeans of a size, you go there, the guy gives you a track pant. I was living in a track pant for a year. Now how embarrassing is that? I should wear collared t-shirts because that's the only size which used to fit me. Now I love wearing banyans because that's what fits me, right? And I'm not done anything. I'm not taken any protein shake. I'm not gone Herbalife. I'm not gone to a gym. I'm not done. I've just run. And today, as I came in, I've stopped eating rice. I've stopped eating chapatis. I don't eat salt, no sugar. I live life like a monk, I would say. I only have soup, but it's helping me. I've lost 45 kilos in a year. So it works for me, right? I'm sure it'll work for everybody out there. I think all of you are champions. I feel I'm a champion. Come on, guys, clap for me. It's a very emotional thing, trust me. You don't know, I'm just 2 seconds away from bursting into tears, and that will make for good TRP for the channel. But seriously, I think it's a good state to be in. It's a very bad state to be in, 125 kilos, but I think what I'd never lost faith is my confidence, because I think my confidence took me to where it is, and I was really stubborn. When I wanted to lose weight, I really lost weight. I made it a point to check my weight on the weighing machine every day. People say it's rubbish. I don't believe that. You know what? Don't believe anything what you see around you. Believe in yourself. We have stopped believing in ourselves. That's a problem. We believe in everything around us. We are looking for validation. We are looking for verification. I was very judgmental when I was young. I was very judgmental. Now I'm not judgmental. I feel we should have no boundaries at all. Right? Look at it like this. I'm standing in a pub. I don't drink. I don't smoke. Alright? And I'm high on energy. I know that I have a high energy. You don't need to drink and smoke for that. But the point I'm trying to make is I lead a very healthy lifestyle. And it's pretty interesting for somebody who's been at the other end of the spectrum to come down to 80 kilos in a year's time. I think it's amazing. Thank you so much. I hope I'm not overshot my time. Thank you.